Today I'm either mad or crazy or both, because I'm going to attempt to make a whopping huge epoxy resin freeform sculpture. Here is the table that I'm going to be making it on, and it measures 1.5 or 150 centimetres by 90 centimetres. It's a mammoth task, but I'm always up for a challenge, and this was one I just could not resist. I've laid down my plastic and silicone rope to try and contain the resin. I've taped it down with electrical tape, and I've found with the smaller projects it works fine. So I'm hoping it'll work this time too. I have my former ready, and I'm hoping that I can just slide the artwork on when it's partially dried so that it just hangs over the sides. So, are you ready to join me? Who knows what will happen in this video? Let's see. Hi, I'm back and we've got our colours all mixed up. I'm ready to go. This is going to be so exciting to see how this works out, and hopefully tomorrow morning. It's actually 8:15 in the night, in the evening. I'm doing it this way because I know that this will probably take a while to dry, so tomorrow then I can make sure it's not tacky before I put it on the former. So are we ready? I'm going to put my mask on and we'll get going. It's been poured. Now it's in the lap of the gods. What will happen tomorrow, I have no idea, but I'm happy to come back and share that with you. Whatever happens, we'll be back here tomorrow. Make sure you don't miss it. I've got my humidifier going to take the. take the fumes out of this room. and I'm nearly ready to shut the door for tonight, and I'm really excited to see how this turns out tomorrow. Nothing untoward happened during the night, so that's a good thing, isn't it? It hasn't spilled over the sides, it hasn't cracked, it's all in one piece. The only thing I'm slightly worried about is the wrinkles in the plastic, whether they will affect the finished product. But anyway, what we're going to do now, it's 10:15 in the morning. I'm going to wait another couple of hours because when I touch it, it's still just that little bit tacky. And with Freeform, you need to be able to touch it. As soon as it's not tacky, that's when you put it on your former. If you leave it for too long, you won't be able to take shape with it. That will make it difficult. If you put it on too soon, and especially with this one, the weight of it might just pull it down and you know, it could just break. This is going to be a fairly heavy piece. So I need to wait until it is cured, but not fully cured, just not tacky. That's the message. No tackiness, we don't want tacky, okay? I think when I take the silicone rope off, that'll tell the story as well. If the silicone rope comes off easily, it's ready to go. If it's sort of pulls away and it's stringy, then you know that it's not right yet, it's not ready yet, okay? We'll come back soon. I'll just keep an eye on it, and as soon as it's ready, I'll come back with a bit of a helping hand as well. It's just gone past 11:30 in the morning, and I'm just having a look at this and removing the tape, and I encountered a problem. The plastic is fairly thin, so in one spot here, and I'm hoping it's not anywhere else, it has stuck to the table. So now I am trying to unstick it, and I'm hoping I don't have any more like that. So we shall see. I am ready to do the hardest part of the whole project, and this is always the nerve-wracking part. Am I going to create a mess, or is this going to work? I've got Baz, my helper here. Give us your face, Barry.
Hello.
My other half, and he's going to help me with sliding it onto here. Hang on, I'll grab this other plastic. 1, 2, 3, go. No, you can't let this go. Hang on. You can't let this go, it's going to stick. Oh no, 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 no. Go. Well, as you saw, we had a little bit of a disaster with the phone deciding it was going to come with the... Barry, can you come in here and help me, please? We have to centre this a bit more. It's hanging over on the floor. And the other thing is that once it touches itself... Oh no, those things are too pointy. We're going to break it. That's why I have the plastic here. I need more on this side. Okay. I should have the silicone mat there. That worries me, and these things worry us. They're going to poke holes into it.
Do you have some silicone to put little pads to put over it?
I'll get some cups. Here we go, these cups.
It's stuck to itself. It's sticking to itself.
That's, yeah, I know, you can't do much about that, that's the trouble.
You've got most of it.
Just need to that cup there. No, that fell. We knew this wasn't going to be easy, silicone rope, as you can see, is coming off easily. That tells me that it is ready to stick to itself, but I don't think we can avoid that. It's going to do what it wants to do. So all we've got to make sure is that we get some sort of shape going here. Unlike the small ones where you can sort of place cups underneath, these rods that we have, which I really need to have cups on them because they're too, I'm going to have to fix this former and get it so we've got cardboard rolled or something on those. It's too ferocious. So that's not centered anymore. That side has got hardly any. I have no idea, folks, whether this is going to be anything that is going to be usable or whether it's going to be a complete flop. But it may look like nothing at the moment, but I'm an eternal optimist and I believe we can fix anything. So. Still be able to salvage it. I think there's some broken, that's going to be a broken bit there. Wow, that was hard work. Oh well, we're going to leave it now, go out and see if we can forget about it for a while, and we shall come back and see what we can do with it and whether it can be rescued and be a lovely sculpture to keep in the house. Okay, well, take two. We're going to try something else. I've mixed up some top coat, ultra clear, and going to pour it over the top just to try and strengthen it. I have done it with a smaller piece before and it worked, so I'm hoping it works this time. Let's see how this goes. You know, when things go wrong, you've got to try and think of what else you can do to improve it, and I'm hoping that this will save the day. Okay, so I'm going to leave it now. Might just give it a bit of a blow with the with the heat gun just to get rid of some bubbles, but I don't want to heat it up too much. I want it to set as soon as possible. So again, bye for now, and we'll be back with the next step if it eventuates. I just had to manipulate this monster because I couldn't get it off the former. I realised that it was thinner, like it had squeezed in here, and of course that is wider, and to try and get that off when that is a smaller diameter than this was virtually impossible. But I had to get my hand under there and manipulate it and try and squeeze it out, and after about 15-20 minutes I managed to do that. So I've now put it back on a plastic container, and you should be able to, once it's dried. Luckily I had checked it before it fully dried, because otherwise it would have been a total disaster. I wouldn't have been able to get it off at all, but now I can. So now hopefully there, I can get it off now, and I just have to make sure that as it continues to dry that it doesn't pull in again. Otherwise I'm going to have a serious problem on my hands. So I've got to go all the way round there and sand it. And there's a few different things I've got to do with it to try and make it look something, okay? So I shall keep you informed as we go along. Well, this, I'd have to say, really is a monstrosity. It looks sadly like a bit like a dead carcass, doesn't it? I don't even know why I'm still continuing with it. I've wasted so much resin on it, and I've got to do something with it. Maybe I can somehow resurrect it and turn it into a garden sculpture or something to put a pot plant in outside. Let me see what I can do with it and I'll come back. Okay, I added a small base so that I could stand the sculpture up. And then in a separate mould, I poured some clear resin with alcohol ink and crystals in the centre and added some little sparkly bits. I placed it on a former, and here it is taking shape. And then I added foil in different colours. It's amazing how it takes the eye away from the defects. I then made a larger base and attached it to the sculpture. I poured some crystals down the bottom, as well as some little sparkly bits. It's starting to look like a little fairy garden. The metallic gold paint around the edges gives it a beautiful little finishing touch. I am thinking of placing an LED candle in the centre. Do you agree? Let me know in the comments. I think it would light up so beautifully. The length of the sculpture at its highest point is 78 centimetres by 50 centimetres at the widest point at the top, tapering down to 20 centimetres. It was a mammoth task. I can't believe I've done it.